A lot of smiles from the front of Juventus, and a lot of guys so familiar with one another.
True, Rob, but that smile disappears as soon as the whistle blows. And that is the ruthlessness and the meanness of this Juve side. They play defense like no other team on the planet.
Ronaldo just rounding out. What a 12-month run it's been. He won a Champions League title, won the European Championship with Portugal, going for another Champions League title. But here's the Juve 11 today.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend in goal, Gianluigi Buffon, the sentimental favorite, and then that wonderful defense in front of him, the defensive timepiece, if you will, with incredible precision and organization. And then up top, we talked so much about Higuain. 32 goals, all comps this season after coming over from Napoli for 90 million euros. Plenty of talent up top and offensive power, but obviously the defensive ability from Juve is something to talk about.
And a win today, Lex, would get them the treble. Look at the embrace between the two captains, Spain and Italy, coming together. German officiating crew. Sergio Ramos, again, Warren, wearing the captain's armband for Real Madrid. He's a vital figure for you today.
He is, from set pieces and also being a leader on the field. He has 10 goals, and Neves will have the opportunity, 7 clean sheets. Great for Carvajal to play, because I think that was a weakness, maybe the right-hand side for maybe Mandzukic to exploit. Marcelo will push on. This is where I feel they can dominate the game. Casemiro, Cruz and Modric, they drop a little bit deeper so they can get on the ball and give it to the likes of Isco with 11 goals. Benzema, the Frenchman, has been outstanding, 19 goals, but you can't talk about Real Madrid without Ronaldo. 10 goals in the Champions League, 40 goals this season. He's won this competition 3 times.
Will we be talking dynasty for Real Madrid, or finally for Gigi Buffon and Juventus? The 4 of us will see you next at halftime. Now out to Cardiff, Wales for the call. John Strong and Brad Friedel.
Rob, we first did this 61 years ago. 2 of the best clubs in Europe winding their way through a different time, through a different tournament. Real Madrid was one of them. They beat Stade de Reims in the first ever European Champion Clubs Cup. Here we are now for a 62nd time. It's Real Madrid yet again. They've won this more than any other team against Juventus, trying to win it for the first time in 2 decades. Underway in the 2017 UEFA Champions League final in a madhouse National Stadium of Wales. 75,000 fans and a closed roof. Could have anywhere near the same success. Well, here he is with Juventus in the European Cup final for a second time in 3 years. He said yesterday the difference was 2 years ago we didn't have the confidence we can actually go and win it. This year we're here to win. Here's Alex Sandro for Mario Mandzukic. His cross looking for Higuain, and Keylor Navas called into action for the first time. And Benzema upended there. Bonucci came across. It was a clean tackle in the eyes of referee Felix Brych. Higuain dribbling his way through. Higuain forcing a save, and no one on scene for the rebound.
Well, we've seen a very good start by Juventus. Very physical in the tackle. You saw Dani Alves stealing the ball from Marcelo.
Good control from the head of Mandzukic. Dybala weaving his way through. Now it's Dani Alves. He'll fire it in. And it's going to come all the way through. Kadira was the target, held in by Mandzukic. His cross, too tall for Higuain, only as far as Pjanic. Good save, Navas. Offside flag is up on Mandzukic. 3rd early save for Keylor Navas, by far the best of the bunch.
And as this ball pops out to Pjanic, delightful little touch, and that ball bounces up nicely from him. And that's an outstanding save. You'll see his feet, just gets him set.
Ronaldo is peeled off on the near side in a little bit of space. Benzema is going to find him now. Alex Sandro, the defender. Ronaldo handing off for Carvajal. Carvajal, Ronaldo! It had to be him. It has been him more times than any other man in the history of the European Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo.
We'll give credit to Toni Kroos. He gets the ball and he goes forward at pace. Benzema holds his run. It's a really good weighted ball out to Ronaldo. And when Carvajal makes this run, Ronaldo just checks his run. And as we said earlier, there's no better in the box at finding that space. And look at the precision. A little deflection takes it just beyond the out. Well, Toni Kroos did such a great job at breaking by the defender, and then Benzema's pass, it had to be firm, getting it out wide.
Higuain able to keep it, at least momentarily, on Varane, who recovers to poke it away. Benzema was trying to flick it back for Kroos, and it hit his other leg. Pjanic. Manucci lifting it across for Alexandro. He's going to get there. He cuts it in. Higuain up the chest. Mandzukic off the chest. And a goal! Mario Mandzukic, as good as you will ever see in a European Cup final, has tied the game.
Well, there was a shake of the head by Cristiano Ronaldo because he knew that he had a great chance to make it 2-0. Getting a lot of joy up this left-hand side with Alexandro going forward. Tremendous left-footed cross, and then look at that for a touch and a volley up and over Keylor Navas. Whether it was Real Madrid sitting back too much or Juventus putting on more pressure, it doesn't matter. We've got a 1-1 now. Alexandro on this left-hand side when Mandzukic goes inside is creating an overload, and Carvajal doesn't know whether to stay or go.
Away from Barzali's challenge. Isco. Hooking it in, looking for Benzema. A lot of contact by Chiellini. Ronaldo trying to answer Mandzukic. And he gets jeered by the Juventus fans for his effort. Marcelo a little bit casual. Dani Alves wins a free kick. Felix Britz reaches for the pocket. Yellow card, Sergio Ramos.
It was really good pace shown by
Marcelo in for Isco. Got it behind Barzali. The cross. Benzema. Ronaldo mishit it sideways. And now Pjanic looking to carry out. That pass was deflected away from Higuain. Marcelo quickly. Sandro's throw. Mandzukic's flick. Just kept away by Varane. Pjanic blocked by Varane.
That's a big block. That was another well-hit ball by Pjanic.
Real Madrid struggling to get it clear. It's going to be a Juventus. So one last chance here at the end of the half. Modric out for Isco. Isco driving in. Modric making the run. That clears some space. Casemiro. He'll drive it in all the way through. He set up Ronaldo's opener, first leg of the semifinal against Atletico a couple of weeks ago.
This could have ended up
his watch. And as it's knocked out, Felix Britz has seen enough. Well, we all need a breather. What a half that was. World-class goals from Cristiano Ronaldo and Mario Mandzukic. We'll get the thoughts of the guys in the studio coming up next. Rob Stone and company from LA will take us through the highlights and what they've seen so far. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in the UEFA Champions League final. It's Juventus 1, Real Madrid 1.
because he did actually push off the right foot. It was a tremendous save.
One of three that Navas was forced into making in the first half. There is Gareth Bale. He went to school about 2.5 miles up the road to the north from where we stand. Got some power behind this. Looking for Benzema. He's crowded out. Well, the header is straight up. Sandro only as far as Carvajal. Felix Brych, the referee, looks at his watch. And as it's knocked out, Felix Brych has seen enough. Well, we all need a breather. What a half that was. World-class goals from Cristiano Ronaldo and Mario Mandzukic. We'll get the thoughts of the guys in the studio coming up next. Rob Stone and company from LA will take us through the highlights and what they've seen so far. 45 minutes down, 45 to go in the UEFA Champions League final. It's Juventus 1, Real Madrid 1. Marcelo looking to hook it in for Isco again. Barzagli beat over the top. Isco's there. Barzagli got to be really careful how he approaches that. He's able to knock it out for a corner. First of the match for Real Madrid.
Well, his first Cristiano Ronaldo running into this space, and now this time it's Isco, and what a tackle.
Toni Kroos to take the corner. Everyone back to defend for Juventus. Kroos is in. Swinger is knocked out. Who off last? It's going to be a Juventus free kick. Some sort of infraction spotted in all that traffic of bodies by Felix Brych.
It's good movement by the Real Madrid players. And it
comes Dani Alves. Casemiro. Cross for Carvajal. Brought it down in front of Alexandro. Cutting inside of Khedira. All the way across now for Marcelo. Barzagli able to close him down. This is Benzema. Carvajal back for Modric. Luka Modric teeing it up and kind of taking a slight redirection. Gigi Buffon able to get his body behind it. First save of the game.
That was a good first touch by Luka Modric to give him the space to shoot. He's on his weaker left foot. It's a very comfortable save.
Great tackle. And now it is starting to open up and speed up a little bit. Pjanic couldn't foul Kroos. Couldn't take him off the ball. Now here's Ronaldo. Isco to the outside. Benzema's in the middle. Isco running in at Barzagli. Isco got the cross away. Too far in front of Kroos. Clearance only as far as Marcelo. Marcelo trying to find space, and he'll put the shot off target.
Good little spell here by Real Madrid.
Well read by Casemiro to win it back. Isco from Kroos. Isco driving in, handing off for Marcelo. Marcelo looking to find Ronaldo in the back post, and it's just beyond him.
And Alexandro does a very good job at the far post. Marcelo, when he gets his chance, his out-swinging ball, has Buffon beat. And Ronaldo's charging in at that far post. You'll see Alexandro. Easy for Varane to catch up to him.
Dani Alves takes it away in front of Kroos. Too far in front of Dybala, though. And Dani Alves is down behind the play. Kroos happy enough to take that space. Now Benzema. Barzagli the defender. Benzema driving inside. Kroos through traffic. Stabbed away by Alexandro. Casemiro! And in! Deflected on its way through! Casemiro puts Real Madrid back in front!
Casemiro goes from having to go at Dani Alves on the ground to popping up about 30 yards out from goal. As he runs on it, he calls Luka Modric off the ball, strikes it sweetly, but then gets the added aid of a deflection. Second deflected goal for Real Madrid. Again, just
Major trophy he doesn't have. Both goals past him. Deflections off his own teammates. One a lot more severe than the other. Pjanic looking to find Dani Alves, who's offside. Flag is up.
Well, there's a lot of time left for Juventus to get the goal back, but they're going to have to try to get the ball somehow because Real Madrid just simply won't get.
Casemiro didn't have the right angle on that pass for Carvajal, but great alertness by Modric to win it back. And now Modric on the end of the pass from Carvajal, cutting it in for Ronaldo! Second goal for him, third for Real Madrid, and they have taken total control here in Cardiff.
Well, Dani Carvajal and Luka Modric have done such a good job at the start of this second half, keeping Alexandro pinned back. And here it's Modric onto a second ball to Carvajal, back to Modric, and then look at
to own. Here's another 12 goals in this Champions League campaign. Takes him clear past Lionel Messi. Fifth straight season. He's the Champions League's top scorer. That's a new all-time record taken away from Messi. Alexandro for Dybala. Juventus have time, but a lot of work to do. Mandzukic couldn't find Pjanic. Chiellini came diving in. Kroos able to keep it, and then he's fouled.
Oh, Pjanic just threw the ball at Toni Kroos.
And Modric is able to keep it as Khedira chases him around, but in vain. Real Madrid are starting to have fun. Here's Benzema. Able to keep it on two challenges. Benzema, Dani Alves going to ground, left in his wake. Marcelo's cross. Ronaldo couldn't get it on target. Real Madrid, though, are trying to slam the door shut now.
Yes, they are. Their passing just keeps getting quicker and quicker. And they're making this Juventus team look like an aging squad. And there are not many.
He was caught upfield. Here comes Ronaldo.
Sometimes you just think Luka Modric has eyes in the back of his head.
Isco for Kroos. Benzema to his left. Kroos, Benzema. Dani Alves got a block in. Clearance only as far as Marcelo. Just rising up over the bar.
What a tremendous outlet pass by Luka Modric to start.
Actually, barring a comeback, he would be the first manager ever to win the European Cup in his first two seasons in that role. Here's Ronaldo driving in. Bale for the storybook ending. Just beaten to it. And then a handball on Carvajal.
Another good run by Ronaldo. Great ball across the box as Gareth Bale's coming in just for a little tap-in. It's good to see that. Bonucci down 3-1, 10 minutes to go.
Within about 30 yards of the Real Madrid goal. Alves hooked in, flicked along, and just wide of that far post. Alexandro got the touch.
Just
had
like
Bonucci, it looked like at the far post, just close enough.
That's a really good outswung ball, low, hard.
In the European Cup in back-to-back years.
Well, if they hold on, which I assume they will, it's a tremendous achievement. It's hard to win once, but then when you're Real Madrid and
Bonucci's cross, Mandzukic was right there, as was Higuain. Varane able to get it clear, and that would have really made things interesting.
Yes, it would have. But when you're Real Madrid and everyone wants to beat you at every time that they can play, Real Madrid has to be at their best each and every time, from the pressure from the media, the fans, themselves.
Sergio Ramos said yesterday it's a complicated job being managed. Real Madrid with a third and final sub in the wings. It will be Alvaro Morata. Returned to Real Madrid from Juventus, scored for them in the final 2 years ago. Higuain the turn, Dani Alves a little bit too far in front, and Alves just able to get there in time. Marcelo for Bale. That about sums it up. Defiant but dejected. As we said, this is a Juventus team that openly admitted they were a little bit happy to be there in the final 2 years ago, deserved to be there. Maybe weren't ready to win it. Here's Modric the other way, trying to make it worse. But they really felt this was their time, this was their team. Dani Alves barging into Luka Modric. But they were here to win it, complete the treble.
Away. They would have blown anyone away in that form.
I think he wants a hat trick. And that man desperately wants to deny him. And he got help from the wall this time, a good deflection. Marcelo, great little spin. Got around on the byline. Marcelo's cross is put away. Marco Asensio, rising young star of Real Madrid, part of their incoming generation. Into the stands to celebrate. It is turned into a rout here in Cardiff.
But I don't think too many people are surprised that Real Madrid have won, but I think everyone's very surprised that it's 4 goals. You see the ball blocked off the wall. Just look at the Real Madrid players in the box. Ronaldo's going to make his way as well. Asensio comes to that penalty spot, and that is the place that you want to go to. A lot of...
They won a 5th. Here's Morata. Of that himself, and she got a body in the way. Casemiro still working hard. It was a big deflection, but it's his goal in the books. In the 61st minute, that goes down. That's the time. He passed away 39 years ago yesterday. The man who really built what Real Madrid is and had a hand in building the European Cup. He's smiling down. They're smiling here. Ronaldo, a pair of goals. Real Madrid, back-to-back titles. A romp in Cardiff. Real Madrid 4, Juventus 1. And it is Real Madrid who have won the 2017 UEFA Champions League. Well, ever since
only gets you so far. You have to have the work rate, you have to have the endeavor, you have to be able to go up against teams that want to beat you every single time that they play, whether that's in the league or in European competition, or if it's even preseason friendlies, because it's Real Madrid.
Cristiano Ronaldo, his 4th of those. Only 4 other active players can say that, but unlike Messi, Piqué, Iniesta, and Xavi, Ronaldo was actually on the field for all 4 Champions League titles that he has won. It's another for Zidane to add to his as a player. It's the first time in a quarter century that we have seen this, a team winning the European Cup in back-to-back seasons. In fact, more than that, you have to go back to 1990. Real Madrid once again reminding us why they are the most successful club in Europe, and in a lot of ways, the most successful club in the world. Sergio Ramos, the honors once again. He'll build the drama a little bit. Real Madrid, for a 12th time in their history, for a 2nd time in as many seasons, have won the UEFA Champions League.
A trophy almost as big as Luka Modric, Costa Rican novice, lifting it as well. It never gets old, does it? They've claimed 12 European crowns, and you know they're going to be in the hunt